Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Carl. I'm your host, Carl Zoellner, one of the attorneys here with Anderson Business Advisors. And today I want to take a little bit of time to talk about deferred tax liability. Now, this is something that is at the forefront of most investors' mind, especially as they're finishing projects or looking at ways to reduce their tax liability at the end of the year. Deferred tax liability comes in many different flavors, and really it takes some tax planning time in order to find which one's going to be best for you in your individualized scenario. But I wanted to touch on a few different options that are out there. If we're talking about real estate and you have some investment property, one of the most common ways to defer your tax liability is a 1031 exchange. So you're basically kicking the can down the road until you're wanting to actually sell the property you've exchanged, or you keep exchanging it until you pass away. And then when your family inherits it, they get a full step up in basis. So really, what's really neat about the tax code is that you actually have the opportunity to choose when you pay taxes. Another few frequent options that are out there that we've seen recently are going to be your qualified opportunity zones or qualified opportunity fund investments. This is a way to invest capital gain and roll it into another opportunity or another deferral mechanism so that you can keep moving that money forward as well and not pay taxes on it. Now, there's lots of different details that go into many of these different types of deferred planning methods. So like I said, it's incredibly important that you meet with somebody and have an individualized consultation on what's best for you. Let's talk about another one as well, retirement plans. So you have IRAs, 401ks. That is another way to defer your tax liability if we're talking about using traditional IRAs or traditional 401ks. On Roth portions, you're actually choosing to pay the tax up front, with the understanding as the investment grows, you won't be paying tax on the back end. So those are some fairly frequent ways to defer your tax liability or sort of kick that tax burden down the road. There's many, many more. I mean, there's things like conservation easements. If you look at doing some additional tax planning, you can even look at doing things like accelerated depreciation. There's real estate professional status, which I have a video on as well. There is a lot of options out there, but sort of the summary of this whole conversation is you really need that individualized plan to see which one of those is the best for you or which combination of those will get you the most bang for your buck. Because there's a lot of things going on in the world today, even with, say, the CARES Act, created some additional planning opportunities as well with 401ks and IRAs and able to take larger distributions with less restrictive rules. So we need to look at those, or if you want to look at those or find some funding options, we can help you with those as well. So this is intended to be a short video because each one of those items could probably make their own 20-minute video. If you're more interested in digging into any one of those individual items, Toby Mathis puts out a ton of content, one of the partners of Anderson, on taxes. And of course, you can join us for Tax Tuesday. But there's a lot of deferral methods out there. There's a lot of reduction methods out there. But it does require that individually tailored approach because not every option will fit for every person. So until next time, I would encourage you, as always, take advantage of all of our free content. Ton of tax stuff out there. I know folks love taxes or learning about taxes because it teaches them how to pay less in taxes. Just as a reminder, we do believe in paying your fair share of taxes, but there's no need to leave a tip. So the tax code is there at your disposal. So let's make the most out of it. So until next time, this is Carl Zoellner with Anderson Business Advisors, and don't forget to take advantage of all that free content out there. Thanks. Bye.